Okay, so we're in my kitchen because I didn't want to do this in my room because I just figured I'd do it out here. I just got done watching the Nintendo Direct and I am hyped because, yeah, I woke up late so I didn't get to watch it live, but so I just went over to a VOD of it, and I didn't watch the PlayStation or the Xbox one either. So I don't know all the games. I know that like Spyro got announced for the Xbox, and the PlayStation got Mama Wars, what everyone calls it, and Wolverine and other stuff. And then I watched Summer's Game Fest. I did watch that one live, and I was actually pretty excited when they announced stuff like The Wolf Among Us Remastered, Wolf Among Us Season 2, The Last Ronin, the 2 Cuphead games, all that. But none of those made me jump out my seat. Literally jump out my seat, because the Nintendo Direct made me jump out my chair 3 times. The total of 3 times. So like I am a Nintendo fan. I have been since I was like 4. Because my first game was Ocarina of Time on the N64. So, my first game I ever played was that. So, I've been a Nintendo fan my whole life. I've always preferred Nintendo over everything. So, with that being said, I was very hyped to watch this. You know, my day nights, the Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario, Luigi, and like the challenge thing. All that. So, that's pretty cool. They announced Splatoon Raiders, more stuff for Splatoon Raiders, which is a game that I really want. They announced, what is it called? What was it? The Dust Blood stuff, and did some more of that. They did a lot of stuff. Those were pretty cool. But the 3 that made me jump out my seat was Deltarune Chapter 5, Kingdom Hearts 4, and the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake for the Switch 2. I don't have a Switch 2 yet. I hope I get one soon enough so I can actually play the Ocarina of Time remake and Splatoon Raiders and Kingdom Hearts 4. Yes, I really want them. So, with that being said, so for the Deltarune one, that came first, and what it was it had like a little like sprout like plant thing. In my mind, I said, "Oh, is this Pikmin?" Because even though I don't really care for Pikmin, you know, I saw a plant, I'm like, okay, this is probably Pikmin, because, you know, the top of their head has a sprout. Nope, Toby Fox shows up, and I'm like, oh my god, Deltarune Chapter 5 is real. And, yep, it was. I was like, okay, alright. I don't know what to top that, because it made me jump out my seat. And then, like, about a few minutes later, this sheriff said, alright, here's Kingdom Hearts 1 to 3 remake, plus Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. Like, alright. Pretty cool. I like Kingdom Hearts. I love that series. And then out of nowhere, they just said, oh, by the way, here's Kingdom Hearts 4 gameplay. What do you mean, here is Kingdom Hearts 4 gameplay? What? Like, I'm not surprised to see it on the Switch 2, because, you know, Swords and Smash Bros. And all that. But, like, I was not thinking that. And now, okay, 2 very big announcements. There's no way they have a 3rd big announcement. And then, I got slapped in the face with reality like a second later, because the Ocarina of Time thing showed. And at first, I didn't know it was Zelda. I just saw a castle. And I was like, okay. But then the narrator said, Hyrule. I'm like, oh, so it is Zelda. And then I heard it. I heard the ocarina play. And I screamed. And I jumped up and I was excited. And yeah. So like, I knew about the Ocarina of Time thing a few months ago, back when apparently it was like leaked. Or like rumored, or whatever the word is. And at first I didn't believe it, but then I figured out that Nintendo got actually upset at the person who like leaked it. So then everyone, including me, was like, wait, they wouldn't get mad if it wasn't real. So this is real. But I forgot about it like a month later. And here I am in June. And I'm like, ah. And we don't know exactly when it's coming out. But it's coming out eventually this year. I predict around Christmas time. Maybe. So, yeah. I'm excited. We're doing this. And if I get a Switch 2 in Ocarina of Time, I will be making a series on it. It's my second favorite game of all time, my favorite Zelda game of all time, and I've never beaten it. Remember, I was 4 years old when I first played it, and when I last played it, really, because I haven't had an N64 or 3DS with the game. So, all right. Also, I think the funny thing is, like, I said there's no way they can have a third big announcement, and they hit me with a third big announcement like it was the Triforce. Literally, like 3 announcements, made a triangle out of it, hit me with the Triforce, perfect ending. Zelda completes the Triforce of the 3 big announcements that I was jumping out my seat for. Alright, bye.